Acosta Garcia. I'm one of the law teachers here at Barbara Goleman Senior High School.
And what kind of experience do you have in the law field?
I'm actually a former criminal defense attorney. I practiced for almost 15 years, and this is my 7th year teaching.
What does the law enforcement magnet consist of?
Law enforcement magnet consists of criminal justice classes, and what I do is that I teach the law classes in the program.
Why do you think children would choose this magnet?
Some students, they don't know whether or not they want to be a police officer, they want to be a lawyer, they want some career that's legal, but they're not sure. So this is a great way of testing that out to see if this is a type of career that they want to get into in the future.
Do you think knowledge taught in this magnet will benefit them in the future?
Absolutely. One of the things that right now we're covering in one of my classes is criminal justice terminology that deals with law enforcement, the courts, corrections, even security. So if they decide to head into this career, by the time they get into college, they're not getting this information for the first time in college. They're actually getting a base for it in high school.
Does this law enforcement say take field trips to?
We've gone to Miami-Dade and kind of done the law enforcement experience there. We went to the 3rd District Court of Appeals and watched some appellate hearings go on, and it was a great experience because the 3 justices came down and actually talked to our students. We went to Miami-Dade County Criminal Court, and our students were able to watch different hearings and trials that were going on that day. We also went to the federal courthouse, and we were before a federal judge, and our students were able to argue a case in front of her. We have a couple of clubs. Ms. Soto runs the Goleman Law Society, and I'll let her tell you about that club. I run Model United Nations, which ties in with international law, which is one of the classes that I teach. We did go to several conferences last year. University of Florida was one of them, where we received an honorable delegate. We went to Florida International University. There we received several honorable delegates, and we did several local competitions where we won best delegate. So it's a program that's growing. Last year was our first year doing it, so we plan on going to more national conferences.
So that the program is on the beginning of becoming something great.
Absolutely. This is my 3rd year here at the school. Since I've been here, we've added on another law teacher. This year we hired another criminal justice teacher. The program's growing, and as it's growing and we're getting new teachers, we're also developing the curriculum to make sure that it's very engaging and that our students have a great experience here.
I am Coach Garcia. I am the criminal justice instructor here at Barbara Goleman Senior High
Do
School.
you have any experience in law enforcement?
Absolutely. I am a retired police officer from the city of Winter Garden in Central Florida. After 15 years, I came out here to become a teacher.
What does the law enforcement magnet consist of?
The law enforcement magnet consists of educating students that are interested in the field of law enforcement, national security, and intelligence.
And what classes and courses are offered when a part of this magnet?
In this program, we have what I teach, which is the criminal justice operations, 1, 2, 3, and 4. You would start this as a sophomore in our school, and as you go throughout the years, you advance to a different level of the criminal justice operations.
Why do you think children choose this magnet?
I believe that most of the students here are influenced from a young age what law enforcement is all about, and the different fields of law enforcement, from the civilian side to the sworn side. Becoming a police officer is sometimes kind of a future dream.
And do you think knowledge taught in this magnet will benefit them in the future?
Absolutely. This is a field that we have teachers in the school or instructors in the school that teach from a first person basis. They're retired law enforcement like myself, and what we teach is real life law enforcement, not only just academically in the books, but we give them a flavor of what it was to be a police officer.
Does being exposed early in high school better help the students find out what path they want to pursue?
Absolutely. We give them the materials with the experience of what it is to be a law enforcement officer. Again, as an instructor who retired from law enforcement, a lot of our stories are true and real, giving them the ability to understand what we went through as law enforcement. And we pass that forward to them, not only with the materials that we're teaching them in class, but with the experience that comes along with it.
What fields of law enforcement are covered in this magnet?
Anything from corrections to law enforcement, and then we also get into some of the specialties, FBI, CIA, so they get an idea that law enforcement is not just your local police department.
What kind of clubs are offered that tie in with the classes?
We have a great Explorer program here at Barbara Goleman. It's been a program that's been around for a long time, and we're hoping that the program continues to grow with the criminal justice program at the same time.
And finally, my name is Eric, and you are?
Hi, my name is Alexis Forston. I'm the lieutenant for Police Explorers, and I've been an Explorer for 3 years.
Mark Davis, I'm with the Police Explorers. I'm a sergeant, and this is my 3rd year in the program so far.
Why does Barbara Goleman stand out from all the other high schools in Dade County?
Goleman has a lot of students that are interested in different jobs that will help in the everyday world, and all of those are provided at Barbara Goleman.
Looking for a role in law enforcement?
Yes, I want to become a detective when I grow up.
What benefits does this program have?
One benefit that we have is that after we finish the program, we go into the police academy based on a scholarship.
What competitions do you guys go to?
We go to a competition during spring break, and basically we compete for who can do best in every day.
Explorers is pretty much a junior youth program where we train learning all the aspects of law enforcement. We train as youth officers, training with actual police officers. We're sponsored by Miami-Dade Schools. It's a really good program. You get to learn a lot within a LEO, good program to pursue, get into.
Why did you become an explorer?
I became an explorer because I've been wanting to become a police officer since a kid, and I feel like this program is really gonna help me a lot to become and pursue this career I want to do. I've learned a lot in the law enforcement field, and I'm enjoying it.
And program connects with your magnet?
Yes, it does. Right now I'm taking the criminal justice magnet. In the class, we are learning pretty much through the board, teaching everything on the board and everything, and then once I get into this program, we're doing everything hands-on, getting into action, all physical.
What's one reason that Goleman stands out?
Because pretty much Goleman is the best, really good program, a lot of good kids here, and yeah, I'm enjoying this school.
Hello, my name is Ms. Soto Gonzalez, and I am one of the lead teachers in the Law Enforcement Magnet. I sponsor the Goleman Law Society, and I also coach the mock trial team for the school, both of which are part of the Magnet.
How has your experience been with the Law Enforcement Magnet?
So far, so good. I've enjoyed teaching the mostly freshmen that take the beginning course of the Magnet, which is a Comprehensive Law Studies Honors, and I've enjoyed it quite a bit.
What classes and courses do you teach within this magnet?
Well, the 9th graders take the Comprehensive Law course, and if they're in 10th grade, then they'll have legal systems and concepts and court procedures. I also teach one of those courses, and basically we study jurisprudence, we analyze court decisions, major Supreme Court cases and that have impacted our nation.
Do you think that the curriculum taught within this magnet will benefit students in the future?
Very much so. I have been teaching this curriculum for over 19 years now. And I've had many students that have come back and told me that this course is really helped them a lot to understand their rights, to get a good foundation of our legal system, and to eventually even study the law. And many of my students have gone on to law school, they've become attorneys, and they've told me that this class really helped them to analyze and understand many complex topics that they even cover in law school and they have a hard time understanding. And they've actually come back and told me that they've actually used my notes in law school, believe it or not. So it's been very, very rewarding to hear that it's impacted them so profoundly.
Being exposed to this curriculum so early on in high school helps students discover what passions they wish to pursue in the future?
Definitely. I'm a very firm believer in this. I think that the more access students have and awareness of different careers that they want to go into in high school will help prepare them for those careers. And definitely in the Law Magnet, we perform mock trials and we do other things that give them access to different legal fields. And I think that helps them to determine if that's something that they want to pursue.
Could you talk a little bit more about the clubs you sponsor?
Well, I sponsor Law Society and I'm also the coach for the mock trial team. In Law Society, we try to expose the members within the law and different local law schools so they can become aware and informed and hopefully make a decision about what career path they would like in the future. So we try to visit the local law schools, for example, University of Miami Law School, FIU, St. Thomas. And we also have legal professionals that come and visit the school so that they can have access again to those careers and they can ask those individuals questions about what it's like to be in that profession, whether it's a judge, an attorney, a police officer, a crime scene investigator, an FBI agent, and they can meet these people firsthand. They can get to ask them questions, and they can see what their day-to-day job is like, and they can see if that's something that interests them. I coach the Montreal team. That is my true passion. I'm very passionate about it. I've been doing it for over 19 years. And I think it helps students a lot with many different skills. They learn public speaking, they learn critical thinking skills, analysis, teamwork. And we've become very much like a family because we spend a lot of time together practicing after school and on weekends. In almost the 19 years I've been doing it, I've had about half the team members end up becoming attorneys. I'm practicing attorneys, and the others are going to law school as we speak. So it's been very, very helpful and very successful. And at Barbara Goleman, we were able to use the courtroom that we have there, and that's helped a lot for practices and to do simulations. And even in my classroom mock trials and after school mock trials, it's been extremely helpful to have that courtroom available.
Do you have any last message you wish to tell people about the law enforcement magnet?
I think it's a great magnet that prepares students again for a future career in law in any kind of legal field. And I think the class that I teach in particular, Honors Comprehensive Law Studies, I think is a class that every student should take in high school because it gets them a good foundation of our legal system. It gets them to know their rights so that they obviously can be aware of what they can and cannot do, what they're entitled to, what they're not entitled to. And it's just a good basic understanding as a citizen of this country of kind of how the laws work. So I think that's great in and of itself. But the magnet itself, I think, prepares students for a career in law if that's something that they're interested in. It's very beneficial for preparing them in that, getting them actual access to different legal careers, and getting them practice and hands-on experience through mock trial and other simulations.